The long-awaited sequel to the mega-hit Avatar is finally set for release this December. Find out how Sam Worthington's family reminds us of his Na'vi character. Learn what Sigourney Weaver really thinks about her return in the Avatar sequel.
He didn't know that you turn into a tree at the end, or you kind of get absorbed by a tree.
Is that what happened to me?
Well,
I was never sure.
And discover why Zoe Saldana's husband is the biggest feminist she knows. Let's go. Sam Worthington. The original Avatar introduced the audience to the Na'vi, the people who live in the rainforests of Pandora. Disabled Marine Jake Sully, played by Worthington, became a member of the Na'vi after falling in love with Neytiri, portrayed by Zoe Saldana. Both characters are back in the new movie. However, this time the plot will focus on their kids. The couple are the parents of three, played by Jamie Flatters, Britton Dalton, and Trinity Bliss. They have also adopted a human boy, played by Jack Champion, and a teenage Na'vi girl. And the actress who portrays her may surprise fans. We'll come back to this a bit later. But right now, let's see who Sam Worthington's real-life wife is. He found love with Australian model Laura Bingle. They met in 2013 and tied the knot the next year in a secret ceremony. "We just popped into Melbourne with Sam's family," revealed Bingle. "We just had 10 people in a house we rented." Laura was 6 months pregnant at the time of the nuptials. So just a few months after the wedding, she and Sam welcomed their son and became first-time parents. Presently, they have 3 boys, Rocket Zot, Racer, and River. Although Sam's beautiful wife left her socialite lifestyle to become a mother, the two often show up on red carpet events together. Now, let's talk about the actress whose comeback in Avatar: The Way of Water is definitely great news. Sigourney Weaver. The legendary actress will appear as Kiri, the adoptive daughter of Jake and Neytiri. Confused? Let us explain. In the first film, she played Dr. Grace Augustine, the head of the Avatar program. Dr. Grace died a heroic death, so many fans questioned if she would be reincarnated. We'll have to wait for an answer to this question till the movie's premiere. But there's a chance that a part of Grace's soul is in Kiri, as she met Pandora's deity just before her passing. Although it's a touching parallel for Sigourney Weaver to play Jake and Neytiri's child, how did she feel about playing a teenager?
Probably the most challenging for me was to physically play a 14-year-old girl. Luckily, my memories of that time are so excruciating because I was this tall, that's 5'11", when I was 11.
The actress is 70 now, but she was determined she could do every stunt the other cast members did. Still, her amazing physique and successful career aren't Weaver's biggest achievements. The Oscar nominee revealed that she's happy that her marriage to stage director Jim Simpson has stayed strong after 38 years together. Sigourney stated that their secret is actually simple. "Whatever is wrong with your current relationship, you'll re-experience it in the next one," she explained. "So why not stick with this great guy who you found and work things out with him?" When the Hollywood star married Simpson, she was 34. As the years went by, Weaver felt she would never have a chance at motherhood. Fortunately, she didn't hesitate to seek out help and welcomed a daughter through IVF when she was in her 40s. Charlotte is also in show business, although she prefers to work behind the camera. Next, let's see which other cast members of the original film returned. Stephen Lang. The actor played the villainous Colonel Miles Quaritch, who died in the first film. However, he's back, and he's playing a bad guy again. Except this time around, he's not human anymore. "I'm not gonna say, no, he's absolutely the same," revealed Lang about his on-screen persona. "He's an incredibly fascinating character, and he wouldn't be back if the director wasn't fascinated in him as well. It's definitely intriguing how the Colonel was brought back to life. We wonder how he feels, especially considering that he used to hate the blue aliens." Stephen Lang is an accomplished actor who's equally at home on the Broadway stage, on television, and in film. Still, he is arguably most well known for his role in Avatar. Stephen and his wife of over 40 years have 4 children. One of them, Lucy Lang, has a career that is far from Hollywood. She's an attorney and the 11th Inspector General of New York. And before we move on to the new additions to the cast, here's what we know about yet another actor from the original movie, Joel David Moore. The return of the eager scientist and Avatar program member Norm Spellman is definitely a plus. Fans of the iconic movie will be glad to see a familiar human face. On top of that, he's probably one of the good guys. However, we're just guessing, as the actor hasn't disclosed any details about the project. Joel prefers to lead a low-key life. He got married in 2009, but Moore and his wife Kinneret divorced after 3 years together. In 2015, he was linked to actress Kate Hudson, but it was later revealed that they were just friends. As of now, Moore is married to a beautiful lady, Catherine Elizabeth. They have 2 young children, a boy and a girl. Now, let's meet the new Avatar cast members. But first, check this out. Visit our awesome merch shop. We have branded t-shirts, hoodies, eco bags, and even phone cases. You can choose between dozens of unique and awesome designs. Click the link under the video and find your perfect match. Kate Winslet. After working with director James Cameron on Titanic, Kate once claimed she would never do so again. "He has a temper like you wouldn't believe," explained the actress. However, Winslet agreed to take on the role in the second installment of Avatar. She's portraying Ronal, a member of the underwater Metkayina clan. Kate had to learn how to free dive to play the role, and she managed to do things she'd never imagined herself doing. "My longest breath hold was 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Like crazy stuff," she revealed. Even her co-stars were deeply impressed by this achievement, but it didn't stop them from joking about it.
Kate Winslet held her breath for 7 minutes. Like, that is...
R.I.P. Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
Kate is definitely one of the most talented actresses to ever grace the screen. Unfortunately, her love life hasn't always been as blessed as her career. Winslet's first husband was assistant director James Threepleton, with whom she shares a daughter. Then there was a 7-year marriage to director Sam Mendes. They have 1 son together, and now she's on her 3rd marriage, to Edward Abel Smith. They met through his uncle, British billionaire Richard Branson. Funny enough, at the time Edward was going by the name Ned Rock'n'Roll, but after they got married and had their son, Kate convinced Ned to change his name. The reason for that was quite simple.
I got to the point where I'm like, I'm filling in doctor's forms and it says mother's name and it's father's name, and I'm like, honey.
So her loving husband switched back to his birth name. Smith is now a full-time stay-at-home dad and a devoted and doting husband to his Oscar-winning wife. Next, we'll talk about the new addition to the human side of the film, the scientist studying the Na'vi. Edie Falco. Best known for her role as Carmela on The Sopranos, the actress joins the cast as General Ardmore. She's a part of the sinister Resources Development Administration, which suggests that she's one of the baddies. However, we can't be sure until we watch the movie, right? Not much is known about Falco's personal life, but her brief affair with fellow actor Stanley Tucci did raise some eyebrows. Back in 2002, Eddie and Stanley played the leads in a Broadway show. The play began with the 2 fully nude together in bed, which, according to Falco, was the only way to make an audience believe the 2 characters were intimate. At the time, Eddie insisted it wasn't awkward because Tucci was in love with his wife and had a family. Still, the actors soon began an affair, and Tucci even left his wife for her. The relationship was doomed from the start, and eventually Stanley went back to his family. After that affair ended, Falco adopted 2 children and is now very happy with where she's ended up. "My life is now so spectacular that I don't want to leave it for any length of time," she shared in an interview. Next, we are going to talk about the female lead of the show. But first, let's see who else joined the cast of the second Avatar movie, as there are quite a few famous actors. The Pandora newcomers. New Zealand actor Jemaine Clement is mostly known for his voice work in animated films like Despicable Me and Moana. Together with Taika Waititi, he also co-wrote, co-directed, and co-starred in the show What We Do in the Shadows. In Avatar, he'll play a marine biologist. I've loved Jermaine's work for years, and I'm really pumped that he's joining our cast as Ian Garvin, one of my favorite characters, revealed director James Cameron. Yet another scientist, Dr. Karina Mogue, will be played by Michelle Yeoh, whom you might have recently seen in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The Fast and Furious star Vin Diesel is also going to appear in the Avatar follow-up, but he remains tight-lipped about his role. Game of Thrones actress Oona Chaplin will be playing a Na'vi character named Varang. Among the rest of the cast playing the blue-skinned aliens is also Cliff Curtis, while Giovanni Ribisi and Matt Gerald will play humans. And finally, let's discover all the secrets of the actress who plays the Na'vi princess. Zoe Saldana. Avatar arguably became the movie that made Saldana a household name. Understandably, she was happy to return for the sequel.
We're just so very proud of everything that Jim has been able to put together, and he weaved a beautiful story.
Zoe feels like this movie is a thank you to all the fans who kept on waiting for the continuation of the story.
And for our new fans, we hope that they are, smitten by this sensory adventure that we're gonna give them.
The star's personal life, however, is as interesting as the upcoming adventures of Neytiri. Saldana was engaged to her boyfriend of 11 years, Keith Britton, but the two called it quits in 2011. Zoe went on to date actor Bradley Cooper for 3 years, and 2 months after their split, the actress began seeing an artist and former soccer player Marco Perego. Zoe revealed that it was love at first sight for both of them. The two discreetly got hitched after just 3 months of dating. And what's more surprising, Marco chose to take her last name. The Perego-Saldana couple shared 3 kids, twins Sai and Bowie, and a younger son, Zen. The proud parents are raising their 3 sons in a gender-neutral home, giving them all types of toys and setting an example as a couple. Although Zoe's husband prefers to stay out of the spotlight, he's definitely her biggest fan and supporter. When it comes to choosing roles, he encourages Saldana to keep developing her craft. "He's always pushing me to take risks," shared the A-lister. "He tells me that I should never worry about the box office potential of a film, but to just do work that interests me." Well, so far Saldana is successfully juggling both showing off her acting chops and a handsome salary. We at OSSA wonder what her next project will be. After all the Avatar sequels, of course, as there are going to be 5 Avatar movies in total. If you liked this video, support OSSA by sending a super thanks. Just click on the thanks button under the video and choose an amount to donate. Stay awesome, and remember, we value each one of you. And don't forget to check out our other videos about your favorite shows.